Hi there, people of YouTube. 'Tis I once more, the Crimson Assassin, finally here once again to give you all a new anime review. And today, people of YouTube, I'm reviewing a very interesting anime, as this anime was requested by one of my long best friends, my friend Danny, and he really wanted me to watch and also review the anime Drifters. This anime was made by the same creator who made Hellsing, and it kind of got me curious to see what was the anime about. So, I finally seen it from start to finish. It took me about 2 weeks. But that's because shit happened, and just amongst other things, just things kind of got in the way of me progressing with this anime. So I didn't really finish it, but I finally finished it now, and what do I have to say about it? Well, for starters, people of YouTube, let's just go on ahead and begin the review, and as we always talk about, the story, of course. So the story of Drifters follows this guy named Toyohisa, as he was fighting. He's Toyohisa, and he was from the Sengoku era from Japan, and it was during the Battle of Sekigahara, which was this famous, historical moment in Japanese history. It was during that moment where he was fighting, and then he fought a whole bunch of dudes by himself, and then he got brutally injured. The enemy retreated, and then leaving Toyohisa by himself. As Toyohisa was walking through the woods, he stumbles across this huge open white room with this mysterious man with a newspaper sitting behind a desk with all these doors. And the mysterious man, what does he do? He just opens one of these mysterious doors and sends him straight to this weird world that's never really explained, and it's just meh. It's just a generic world filled with elves, dwarves, and amongst other things. So seriously injured and badly been damaged. He was fainted, and then these group of elves comes in and they save Toyohisa, and then after the elves healing him, he comes to like this weird castle looking thing or whatever, and he meets a guy named Oda Nobunaga, and he explains to them that you're like in this parallel different world or whatever, and later on in the series you find out that he's known as a drifter, and what's a drifter's main goal is to fight these things called ends, and I probably lost you as I was trying to explain the story, because this story is, oh my god, people of YouTube, it's quite the chore to go through sitting through this anime. I'm not gonna lie, people of YouTube, when I heard that this anime was made by the same creator who made Hellsing Ultimate, I was excited, because Hellsing is a really, really good anime. I love Hellsing. Hellsing Ultimate was a fantastic anime. And I absolutely loved it. Hellsing Ultimate was just a great action anime with a bunch of blood and gore and shit, and I really loved it. So when I heard the same creator of Hellsing made Drifters, I was on board with it, cause why not? So I finally sat there, start to finish, and my god, people of YouTube, this is the anime I had to force myself to watch. Because honestly, and I'm sorry, Danny, if you're watching this review, but I'm gonna have to probably roast this anime. So, people of YouTube, what are the good qualities of Drifters? Before we get to the bad, let's talk about the good qualities, because there are a few. The English dub of the anime is really good, and I'm quite surprised about the English dub, mainly because of not the voice acting itself, but the voice actors who are in the anime, such as Josh Greeley, Ian Sinclair, Colleen Clinkenbeard, amongst other people, some famous Funimation voice actors, because it was dubbed by Funimation. They all did a fantastic job, especially Josh Greeley, because holy shite, did he pull off this role with flying colors. I mean, that must, like, this, because if you don't know who Josh Greeley is, he's the same guy who voiced Akihisa Yoshi from Baka and Test, just to name a few. And he's also Kenichi from the Kenichi the World's Mightiest Disciple, amongst other animes. He's really well known and famous. I love this dude. He's actually one of my favorite voice actors of all time. and he voiced the main character Toyohisa in the anime. And what catch me off guard was that, damn, you know, he voiced the happy-go-lucky Akihisa Yoshi into like this brutal, decapitating loving samurai as Toyohisa. I mean, and he pulls off the role. He has like that really like mean, angry voice that he just likes to growl and likes to just to like. He fucking pulled this role off in flying colors. He did a fantastic job. And also, the other voice actors and actors, they also did a fantastic job in Drifter. So, A+ on the English dub. The animation is actually on par with Hellsing. In fact, it has a lot of similarities in art style as in Hellsing. And it makes sense, you know, you kind of want, because, you know, since he made Hellsing, it's obviously that he wants to keep that kind of same art style when it comes to the animation of Drifters. And the animation for Drifters is not half bad, really good, really love it. The action of the anime was really fun. I actually liked the action a lot in the anime. And that's pretty much it. The other things about the anime, well, I mean, what about the characters? You know, is there any good characters? Only one, in my opinion. And that was actually our main character, Toyohisa. As I felt like he was definitely that old samurai kind of honor. That's what he has it going for. I believe at some scenes he's actually very humble towards people. He shows a lot of gratitude in some scenes. He definitely has like the strong leadership. He's definitely a badass. He's like decapitating people's heads like it's freaking bread or something. This dude is really awesome. I really like Toyo. He's not in the much of the more character development side of things. No. In fact, he has very little to no character development besides him kind of being like this humble samurai. But all in all, I actually did find enjoyment with this character. Especially, there's also this one character who was kind of like from the World War II era of things. He was the American, and he was like cursing as like hell. Voiced by Sonny Strait, by the way. He was actually a really funny comic relief character, and it sucks because he's barely in the anime. And it kind of sucks that he was barely in the anime because he was really funny. He actually had a lot of funny scenes in the anime, and I actually kind of wanted to see more from this guy, but he only makes like maybe 3 appearances, and that's it. Those are the only 2 characters I really like. The rest of the anime, let's start off with the story. It's jumbled. It makes no sense, and honestly, they leave more questions than answers. Like, for example, why was Toyohisa chosen to be a drifter? What's with these ends? Why is there this huge subplot with like this demon Diamond King or whatever who literally poses no threat whatsoever? Like, he's like, all he does is like talk high and mighty crap about people and the fact that, you know, all humans are worthless and shit, and that's all this freaking Black King or whatever the fuck ever does. He's barely in the anime. He barely does anything besides, you know, having his lackeys kind of kill civilians or whatever. And just, he barely poses anything. The ends of the anime pose no freaking threats whatsoever. The drifters, besides the main character and that World War II guy, the other drifters of the anime, they suck. They are probably the most underwhelming characters I've ever met. Especially this character, Oda Nobunaga. Every time this character was on the screen, I nearly wanted to blow my fucking brain out. Mainly because on how like he likes to go on these huge monologues about Toyohisa, on how he's like a man who just doesn't care, who just shows no chivalry. I'm the kind of man who likes to play in the background. I get what his character is, and I get why he's in the anime, but don't constantly monologue everything that you do, everything that happens in the anime. Not to mention the fact that he literally does nothing. He only there just to provide, he's to be like this kind of like manipulator, like this background kind of dude who almost pulls the strings in a lot of situations, and it pisses me off every time he was on the screen. He was very annoying. The other drifters, like this one dude, he's archer dude, I think his name was Yoichi or whatever his name was, I forgot his freaking name. He was pointless. He literally served no purpose in the entire anime besides, you know, just being a kind of guy who just helps support Toyohisa in his time of need. You had this other group called the October's Octopus organization or whatever that helps the drifters, and they freaking help them fight against the Ends. But then again, the Ends are barely in the anime, and they don't really pose much of a threat because the main character, Toyohisa, is actually pretty overpowered because he literally decapitates people's heads like it's nothing. Yeah, so there's also the one giant boobed lady or whatever. I forgot her name. I can't remember her name for the life of me. She was also pointless. Did not need to be in the anime. In fact, majority of the characters in the anime, if you literally remove them, I don't think nothing would pretty much change. There's just so much things happening along in the story of the anime. It's hard to keep up, people. Like you had you had like this black demon army who's trying to, go against the drifters. You have the actual drifters themselves kind of working with the elf people, and then after they help the elves, they help the dwarves, and they help the fucking help them fight against the main capital city or whatever. They like to reclaim the capital, and then just the end. Oh my god, the end is just that cliche go read the manga ending, so which completely wasted my fucking time. The anime is quite underwhelming, people of YouTube. The story is underwhelming. The characters, they don't really have much character in them. They're kind of blank slates. They're very one-dimensional. You don't root for them. You don't care for them. And honestly, they just feel so damn underwhelming to sit through and watch. Honestly, I'm done. I legit, the anime, I trust me, people. I really wanted to like it. I wanted to like it because a friend really liked the anime and wanted me to talk about it. And I'm sorry, I can't just, give this anime false praise because, one of my friends recommended me the anime. Not to say that there weren't anything I got out of the anime, out of enjoyment. No, the English dub was great. The soundtrack was pretty good. The opening theme is pretty nice. The art and animation was solid, and the action was pretty solid as well. I really liked the action a lot. Just those elements don't really make it stand out from the others. Honestly, watch Hellsing instead. If there's anything made for you from this creator, just watch Hellsing Ultimate. It's a way better anime in my opinion. But I understand maybe people really do like drifters and they want to give this anime a chance. Then go on right ahead. I'm not stopping you. This is just my personal opinion. And if you like the anime, then good on you. Maybe you have maybe you see something in the anime that I clearly did not see or whatever. But I can't give this anime a high review score. And this anime is not. It's pretty meh, if anything. So, and just to end off the review, people, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give Drifters a 4.5 out of 10. It's okay? Like, it's not bad. It's not good. It's not terrible. It's just And trust me, that ending was just gonna leave you with less to incite about. And I highly doubt there will be a second season. I highly doubt it. And if there is... Okay, if there is a second season, you know what? I'll give the anime a second shot. Because you never know. Animes deserve a second chance. I didn't like Noragami at first, but then I saw the second season of Noragami and I loved it. So maybe, by any chance, if the anime gets a second season, who knows, you can even tell me, no, the anime's getting a second season, you should, you gotta watch it. Then I'll freaking watch it. As long as it's English dubbed, and dubbed by the same voice actors who did the English dub for season 1, because it is a really good English dub. That's all the time I have for this anime review, people. I didn't mean it to be a rant video. I didn't really want it to be a rant. So, there you have it. And with that being said, people of YouTube, stay tuned. More videos coming hopefully soon. Anime movie month is almost about to start. In fact, I hope to start watching some anime movies coming later on the weekend. Who knows? And then maybe I can have my first anime movie review out before anime movie month. I don't know. We'll see. And that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to say. So, good on you. So, tell that people of YouTube to die once more the Crimson Assassin. Peace.